At the Park de la Cruz Recreation Center, Gloria announced a new draft budget that restores funding for some rec centers and libraries and for youth and violence prevention programs.
These restorations are being paid for by a slight improvement in tourism revenue, as well as new ongoing funding transfer from the city's Gulf Enterprise Fund. This has been made possible through updated legal advice confirming the city's authority to recover the equivalent of ground rent for public land used by our municipal golf courses.
But he said the revision does not restore funding for arts and culture, which is facing an 85% reduction. Gloria said the cuts are necessary to close the deficit and maintain funding for other priorities.
This May revise will maintain our focus on the fundamentals for San Diegans, keeping you safe, repairing our roads and other infrastructure, reducing homelessness, and building more homes that you can afford.
Councilmember Henry Foster III, who represents District 4, applauded the mayor's restoration of funding in his district.
First, I want to acknowledge several important restorations included in the mayor's May revise. These proposed restorations reflect the advocacy of residents, community leaders, and my council colleagues who spoke up about the importance of protecting neighborhood services.
But Foster also said he hoped the final budget would restore arts and culture funding and that there will be further discussions and opportunity for changes in the coming weeks. Gloria said the city is required to close the deficit, and they'll find a way to do it this year like they did last year.
My challenge to all involved is to make sure that we do it on a permanent basis, resolving the structural budget deficit so that we're not back here again next year talking about massive reductions to beloved neighborhood services.
The next budget hearing is scheduled for May 18th before final council deliberations on June 9th. Jake Gata, KPBS News.